थी कहीं वो हंसी मिल गई, तुम जो मिले जिंदगी मिल गई। कितना सुकून मिला है मैं कैसे बयां करूं, कितना सुकून मिला है मैं कैसे बयां करूं। धड़कन में तू समाया है कैसे जुदा करूं, धड़कन में तू समाया है कैसे जुदा करूं। तुमसे मिली है जन्नत अब क्या दुआ करूं, मांगू और क्या हर खुशी मिल गई, हर खुशी मिल गई, जिंदगी मिल गई, तुम जो मिले जिंदगी मिल गई।
Om Shanti. Good morning. So we'll listen to Baba's Murli for 15th September 25. The essence is, sweet children, the Father has come to teach you the deep philosophy of action, neutral action, and sinful action. When both you souls and your bodies are pure, actions are neutral. When you become impure, actions become sinful. So Baba is teaching us law of karma. When the soul and the body is pure, that means in golden age, our actions become neutral actions. But when we start becoming impure, our actions become sinful. Question: what is the reason for the souls becoming rusty? What is the sign of a soul being covered with rust? Answer: the reason for rust is vice. It is when you souls become impure that you are covered with rust. If even now souls have rust, they are attracted to the old world. Their intellects continue to become criminal and they are unable to stay in remembrance. So if you remember Saturday's Murli, Baba talked about the magnet not attracting the soul and not attracting the needle which is covered with rust. So if the soul has rust, that means traces of vice, then what happens is the soul remains on the worldly level, body conscious level. The intellects continue to remain low. So Baba says that there won't be attraction to Baba, the magnet. Om Shanti. You children have understood the meaning of this. As soon as you souls say Om Shanti, you have the faith that you are not residents of this place. We are residents of the land of peace. Our original religion is peace when we reside in our home. Then we come here to play our parts because we souls act through our bodies. There are good and bad actions. In the kingdom of Ravan, there are bad actions. Everyone's actions have become sinful in the kingdom of Ravan. Not a single person is free from performing sinful actions. People believe that sages and sannyasis do not perform sinful actions because they remain pure and because they have adopted renunciation. So people believe that the sages, sannyasis, and all, they don't perform any sinful actions because they have renounced everything. They are pure. In fact, they don't know at all what it means to be pure. They say, I am impure, and they call out to the purifier. The world cannot become pure until He comes, until God comes and shows us how to become pure. Here it is an old impure world, and this is why they remember that pure world. When they go to that pure world, they won't remember this impure world. That world is completely separate. Everything is at first new and then becomes old. Not a single impure being can exist in that new world. The creator of the new world is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He alone is the purifier. His creation definitely has to be pure. From pure to impure, and then from impure to pure. These things do not sit in anyone's intellect. The Father comes every cycle to explain to you. The intellects of some of you children too have faith, and then their intellects develop doubt. Maya completely swallows them. You are Maharathis. Maharathis are invited to give lectures. You have to explain to the Maharajas. At first you were pure and worthy of being worshipped. This is now an impure world. Only the people of Bharat existed in the pure world. You people of Bharat belong to the original, eternal deity religion and were double crowned and completely viceless. Marathis have to explain in this way. You have to explain this with intoxication. God speaks. By sitting on the pyre of lust, souls have become ugly. Then, by sitting on the pyre of this knowledge, souls will become beautiful. Anyone who explains cannot sit on the pyre of lust. However, there are some who, while explaining to others, sit on the pyre of lust themselves. Today they explain this knowledge, and tomorrow they fall into vice. Maya is so strong, don't even ask. Those who explain to others then sit on the pyre of lust themselves. Then they have to repent and ask, what happened? This is a boxing match. As soon as a man sees a woman, he's attracted and he dirties his face. That means he goes onto the path of sin. Maya is very powerful. They make a promise and then fall. So 100 times punishment is then accumulated. It is like becoming as impure as a Shudra. It has been remembered after drinking nectar, they would go outside and harass others by performing dirty actions. So they would listen to this knowledge, but when they go back home, they behave the same way. So Baba says, you need two hands to clap. You can't clap with one hand. Both become spoiled. Then some give their news, whereas others, because of being too ashamed, don't give their news. They feel that their names would be defamed in the Brahmin clan. When someone is defeated in a fight, there is a lot of sound spread around that such a strong wrestler was defeated. Many such accidents take place. So Baba is saying that sometimes some souls, they might be instruments or teachers or center instruments. But then Maya is so strong and so powerful that Maya can make anyone fall. So Baba is giving an example that even after following this knowledge for many years or even teaching and sharing this knowledge with others, Maya is such that Maya could just box you, wrestle with you and just make you fall on path of sin. So it could be attraction, influence, anything. So Baba says, Maya slaps them. The destination is very high. You children now explain that those who were Satupradhan and beautiful became ugly and Tamopradhan by sitting on the pyre of lust. Ram has been portrayed as dark blue. They make dark blue pictures of many of them. However, only the names of the main ones are used to explain to you. Here too, they have a dark blue picture of Ramchandra. Ask them, why have you made the picture dark blue? They reply, this is the will of God. This has continued from time immemorial. They don't know why this happens or even what happens. The Father is now explaining to you by sitting on the pyre of lust, you became impure and unhappy and not worth a penny. That is a viceless world and this is a vicious world. Explain in this way this is the Sun dynasty and that is the Moon dynasty. Then you have to become part of the Merchant dynasty. So, Sun dynasty, Silver Age, Golden Age, Moon dynasty, Silver Age, and then Merchant dynasty, Copper Age, where we start bargaining with God as merchants. By going onto the path of sin, they are no longer called deities. In the Jagannath temple, this is a temple in east of India, they have shown the deity clan up above. Their dress is that of deities, but their activity is portrayed as being very dirty. Pay attention to the things that the Father draws your attention to. A great deal of service can be done at the temples. You can explain at the Srinath temple too. Ask them, why have you made these images dark blue? It is very good to explain this. That is the golden age, and this is the iron age, when souls become rusty. Your rust is now being removed. The rust of those who don't stay in remembrance is not removed. When souls are covered with a lot of rust, they are very much attracted to the old world. It is the weight of the rust that keeps them down to this in this gross world. The greatest rust of all is vice, which is lust. It is because of vice that souls have become impure. Check yourselves to see that your intellects do not become criminal. Even very good first class children fail in this. You children have now received the understanding that the main aspect is purity. There has been a great deal of fighting due to this from the beginning. So, the moment Baba said that now everyone should remain pure, practice celibacy, there was a lot of fightings in the homes because now nobody had said something like that. No guru, no sannyasi, nobody said that you have to remain pure, remain celibate. But God comes and says this is the first step. Purity is the foundation of peace and prosperity. So, if you want peace and prosperity in your life, become double non-violent, practice purity. So Baba says in the beginning there was a lot of great deal of fighting. The Father created a tactic for this. Everyone used to say that they were going to drink the nectar of this knowledge. Only the ocean of knowledge has the nectar of this knowledge. No one can become pure from impure by studying the scriptures. Souls have to become pure and then go to that pure world. After becoming pure, where can you go from here? People believe that so and so attained eternal liberation. What do they know? If someone had attained eternal liberation, you couldn't carry out the ceremonies for the departure of that soul. So if any soul that leaves the body, if they attained moksha or liberation, then why would someone do shrad or offer any food for the departed soul? Why feed any Brahmins or anyone? Here, people keep a lamp ignited so that that soul won't have any difficulty or stumble in the dark. A soul goes and takes another body in a matter of just a second. How could there be darkness for a soul? So they ignite the lamp, saying that, oh, this lamp will show the light to the soul. But that lamp is ignited only in one place, right? The soul's journey continues. So Baba says, how could there be darkness for a soul? The system has continued. You too used to do that, but you don't do it anymore. You know that the body merged with the dust. There, they don't have such customs and systems. So, in Golden Age, nobody lights a candle or any lamp after the soul leaves the body. There are no such customs and systems. Now, there's nothing in occult powers, etc. For instance, even if someone has wings and begins to fly, so what? What benefit would there be in that? The Father says, remember me, and your sins will be absolved. This is the fire of yoga through which you become pure from impure. You receive wealth through this knowledge. Through yoga, you become ever healthy and pure And through this knowledge, you become ever wealthy. That's why it's called the treasure of this knowledge or jewels of knowledge. Because these jewels, as I start applying them, I become wealthy. I become wealthy with these jewels. And then yoga is called, makes us ever healthy. Because what happens in yoga, our vices are being burnt away and the soul becomes healthier. The immune system of the soul increases, becomes better. So the lifespan of a yogi is always longer than that of a bhogi. Bhogi means the one who indulges in sensual pleasures. Shri Krishna is called Yogeshwar. He became Krishna by remembering God. He is not called Yogeshwar in heaven. He is a prince then. He performed such actions in his past birth that he became Krishna. The Father has explained to you the deep philosophy of action, neutral action, and sinful action. For half a cycle, there's the kingdom of Ram, and for half a cycle, there's the kingdom of Ravan. To indulge in vice is the biggest sin. You are all brothers and sisters, all souls are brothers. You are the children of God, so how can there be criminal assault? We BKs cannot indulge in vice. It is only by using this tactic that you can remain pure. You know that the kingdom of Ravan is now coming to an end. All souls will then become pure. This is known as having light in every home. Your lights have now been ignited. Each of you has received a third eye of this knowledge. In the golden age, everyone is pure. It is only at this time that you understand this. You children have number wise strength in explaining to others. You stay in remembrance number wise. How the kingdom is established doesn't enter anyone's intellect. You are an army. You know that you are becoming pure with the power of remembrance and that you will then become kings and queens. In your next birth, you will have a golden spoon in your mouth. That means you will have lot of abundance. Those who pass a higher examination claim a higher status. There is a difference. You receive happiness according to how much you study. God is teaching you. Therefore, you should constantly have that intoxication. You are receiving nourishing food now. No one but God can make you into gods and goddesses. You are now becoming pure from impure. You will then claim a high status and remain happy for birth after birth. While studying, some of you become dirty. By becoming body conscious, your third eye of this knowledge closes. Maya is very powerful. The Father himself says it does take a lot of effort to keep my third eye awakened, to keep my third eye opened at all times. It takes a lot of effort. I enter the body of Brahma and make so much effort. Some of them understand this and then ask the question, how is it possible for Shiv Baba to come and teach us? I don't believe it. This is their own cleverness. They simply speak in that way. However, the kingdom will be established anyway. It is said the boat of truth may rock, but it will never sink. There are so many obstacles. So the boat of truth will rock but never sink. Acha. To you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, who are the light of the eyes. To you, souls who are becoming beautiful from ugly, love, remembrance, and good morning from the depths of the heart, from the mother, the father, Babdada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children. And
And we spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father.
essence for dharna. There's Mama's class after this. Remove the rust of vice with the fire of yoga. Check yourself to see whether your intellect is becoming criminal or not. Having developed a faithful intellect, don't have doubts about anything. In order to save yourself from performing sinful actions, always perform every action after first stabilizing in your original religion and in remembrance of the Father. So perform every action by reminding the self of who am I. Om Shanti, I am a peaceful soul, and remembering the Father. Today's blessing. May you become worthy of receiving blessings from everyone and experience growing with an elevated method of sustenance. May you become worthy of receiving blessings from everyone and experience growing with an elevated method of sustenance. The confluence age is the age to grow with congratulations. You children are being sustained with congratulations from the Father and the family. It is with these congratulations that you dance, sing, and are sustained, and you fly. This sustenance is wonderful. You children become bestowers with big hearts and feelings of mercy and continue to give congratulations to one another at every moment, saying, Very good, very good. This is an elevated way of giving sustenance. Continue to sustain everyone in this way, and you will become worthy of receiving congratulations. So, what Baba is saying is that it is at this time of confluence age that we receive congratulations. That means whatever action I perform, right? I receive congratulations. It actually in Hindi it's badhaiya. So badhaiya means uh, not just congratulations, but it also means like when someone is yeah, when someone is, very proud of you and they say that, oh wow, you did this, right? So it's like you receive these badhaiyas, Baba says. So you receive these congratulations and you share these with each other. So you keep sharing each other, you keep praising each other, you keep uplifting each other. So that's what it means. That congratulations actually means that uplifting and praising one another. So Baba says that this is how you receive blessings. Today's slogan. To make your nature very easy is the easiest way to become an embodiment of solutions. To make your nature very easy is the easiest way to become an embodiment of solutions. If you remember yesterday, Sunday, Avyak Murli, Baba spoke about no excuses, no reasons, not like this and like that, and I behave this because of this. So Baba says, don't make excuses, become an embodiment of solution. And what is the method? Is to make your nature very easygoing, easy. When I'm not holding on to too many things, when I'm easy, I'm flexible, automatically I will look at solutions rather than problems. Why am I not doing it? And reasons and excuses and all of that. So, elevated versions of Mateshwari, the eternal drama created is of effort and reward. Purusharth and Pralabdha. Effort and reward. So, Mateshwari says, effort and reward are two things. A reward is created by the efforts made. This eternal cycle continues to turn. The original eternal residents of Bharat were worthy of worship and then became worshippers. Then those same worshippers will make effort and become worthy of worship. The play of the eternal drama of the rise and fall is predestined. So the seeker asks, Mateshwari, I have this question. Since this drama is predestined in this way, then if I am going to rise, it will happen automatically. So, what is the benefit of making effort? Those who rise will then fall. So, why then should we make so much effort? Mateshwari, you say that the drama repeats identically. So, then does Almighty God not get tired of watching such a play? Just as there is a difference in the four seasons winter, spring, summer, and autumn, is there any difference in this play? So Mateshwari replies, this is the uniqueness of this drama. It repeats identically. Another speciality of this drama is that although it repeats, it feels new every day because we don't know what's repeating, because we have forgotten. So it's new. So it feels new every day. At first, we did not have these teachings, but when we received this knowledge, we knew that every second that passes, second by second, is exactly as in the previous cycle, but we feel it to be new every day when we observe it as a detached observer. We have now received the understanding of both happiness and sorrow. So we must not then think that since we are going to fail, why should I study? No. In that case, you could also think that if you are going to get food, you will receive it automatically. Why should I open my mouth? Why should I make effort to even cook? So why are you then making so much effort to earn something? In fact, I'm seeing that now the time of ascent has come and that same deity dynasty is being established. So why should we not take that happiness now? For instance, if someone wants to become a judge, then it is only when he makes some effort that he will receive a degree. If he fails, all effort would go to waste. However, it is not like that with this imperishable knowledge. This imperishable knowledge is not even slightly destroyed. That means whatever I study, whatever effort I make, it will never become, it will never go to waste. Any effort of mine will never go to waste. So even if you do not make enough effort to go into the deity dynasty, if you have made less effort, you can become part of the Golden Age's subjects. However, it is essential to make effort because your reward is only created by making effort, and so the greatness is of the effort. The greatness is of the effort because, again, we don't even know what effort we made. So give it your best. Make the best effort. This godly knowledge is for all human souls. First of all, we have to keep one main point in our awareness. Since God is the seed of this human world tree, then this knowledge that we receive from God is essential for all human beings. Those of all religions have a right to this knowledge. Although the knowledge of each religion is its own, their scriptures are their own, their opinions are their own, their sanskars are their own, nevertheless, this knowledge is for everyone. Even though they may not be able to take this knowledge and they don't go into our dynasty, because that one is the father of all, they will all definitely become pure by having yoga with him. Then, because of this purity, they will all definitely claim a status in their own section because all human beings believe in yoga. Many people say that they want eternal liberation, which is moksha, but it is only by having this yoga that you can receive the power to be liberated from being punished. So, what is Mama saying over here is that every soul is God's child, and this godly knowledge is for all human souls. Now, not everybody will understand this knowledge, and not everybody will practice and remember Baba and claim a status. So, Mama says that um, that people from other religions, all souls from even other religions, they are God's children. So Mama is saying that at the end, everybody will go back home because at the end they will realize who the Father is, who God the Father is, and even that 1 second of recognition, they will become pure. But they are becoming pure is not through the power of yoga, power of remembrance, but it would be through punishment, through guilt, repentance, but also they will know, they will realize who God is. So Mama is saying that even though every religion is different, they have their own sanskars, their own teachings, their own understanding, their own knowledge, but they all belong to the one Father, right? So they will become pure, go back home, remain in their sections, but when we become pure right now in confluence age, we are becoming pure with the power of knowledge and power of remembrance. So our purity is different from their purity, because our purity is making us divine. Our purity is imbibing divine virtues. So we are becoming divine, and that's why we go into the world of divinity, which is golden age. Now, those souls are only becoming pure, so they will sit up there in the home. Today's awake signal. You children have the elevated power of purity that will work like a fire to burn all the rubbish of the world in a second. When you souls are able to stabilize in the stage of complete purity, all the rubbish will be burned by that stage of your elevated thoughts in your ignited fire of love. In fact, this is the fire of yoga. Your children must now use this elevated power of yours, this elevated power of burning all rubbish in a second, staying in remembrance and burning all rubbish from the soul. Okay? Creating that elevated thought that I stabilize myself in my elevated stage, and through remembrance, through that connection, through that fire of yoga, fire of remembrance, I'm able to burn all the rubbish from the soul. Sure. So let's take a moment to remember Baba. I, the soul, have realized myself to be God's valuable child. I have played my elevated part throughout this drama as a hero actor in this drama. I came from my home into the world of divinity. And slowly, the rust of vices made me heavy. My thinking, my attitude, my awareness, my feelings, my behavior, my actions became gross and worldly. It is now at this time of confluence age that God comes to make me pure, to remove the rust from the soul. God's love, unlimited and selfless love, lubricates the soul, which removes my rust. I become pure. And I become attracted to the supreme magnet, the supreme soul. With my purity, I become a master magnet, a temporary magnet for others, to connect them to God. Today I remind myself of the elevated part that I play at this time of confluence age. I'm multi-million times fortunate that I'm playing my part with God. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Great day with Baba. I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.